Hi everyone, this is Gaurav here, and if you're watching this video for the first time, please do not forget to subscribe my channel. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about two things. One is tapping. I have made a few manifestation videos on tapping before, and today also I'm going to do a different kind of tapping. And the other thing is using switch words, switch phrases, and certain frequencies. So, while talking about money, um, I usually use a lot of switch words and switch phrases. Switch words are basically these different kind of words which directly speak to your subconscious mind, and by either chanting those words, writing those words, writing on your body, writing on paper for repeatedly over a period of time, they can bring certain changes, whether in your body, whether in your mind, whether in your environment. Sometimes these words also work as manifestation tools. Now when we bring together 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words together, then they are called switch phrases. Okay, so for example, the switch word for money is count. Okay, and if I combine, say for example, I have to manifest money quickly, so I will combine find, 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 count, and divine. You can have a look at it here. Find, count, divine. Okay, so that I'm showing this to you so that you get what I'm saying. Find, 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 count, 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 divine, divine, find, count, divine. Okay, so now how to use this switch words? You usually use find, count, divine by simply chanting find, count, divine, 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 and you keep chanting 28 times, or at any moment of the day, as many times as you like. But how do you use it in tapping? Now you know that there are 9 major points in tapping. Some one point on the hand, and then there are other points on the face. So I'm going to show you how to do this. We start with this point, the karate chop, and we simply tap and say find, count, divine, find, count, divine, find, count, divine. And at the beginning of the eyebrow, this is where we tap next. Find, count, divine, find, count, divine, find, count, divine. And now on the side of the eyebrow here, okay, find, count, divine, find, count, divine, find, count, divine. Now below the eye here, find, count, divine, find, count, divine, find, count, divine. And as you are saying it, just feel that the money is already there. It has come to you. It's there, that you are manifesting already. Okay, find, count, divine. Below the nose, find, count, divine, find, count, divine. In the chin, find, count, divine, find, count, divine, find, count, divine. And now in your collarbone, find, count, divine, find, count, divine, find, count, divine. And now on the side of your rib cage, find, count, divine, find, count, divine, find, count, divine. And now outside your thumb, find, count, divine, find, count, divine, find, count, divine. Outside your index finger, find, count, divine, find, count, divine, find, count, divine. Outside middle finger, find, count, divine, find, count, divine, find, count, divine. And little finger, find, count, divine, find, count, divine, find, count, divine. We don't use the ring finger, but just the middle finger. Okay, and lastly between these two fingers here, okay, find, count, divine, 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 find, count, divine. So that's the using find, count, divine switch phrase, and use it with EFT. You can use any other phrase, any other switch words, just tapping through your point throughout the day. Now there is another switch phrase which I sometimes use to manifest money, and that's called suddenly 520 somehow. Suddenly 520 somehow. Okay, suddenly 520 somehow. And I'm going to do this rapidly now. This is also for attracting money. 520 is a number for attracting money. Similarly, you have 808, 520, and 741. Okay, listen to me once again. 808, 520, 741. You can even write it down here on your wrist with a green pen. 808, 520, 741. So suddenly 520 somehow. So we need the sudden money, like instant money probably. And it has truly worked for me. One time it worked for me in the form of, the delivery person who was delivering like a little cake. Did not take the money. They said that that it was already paid, and I could not figure out that how it was already paid. And then I went to the app, and then I checked in the app, and I checked with those people that I was supposed to pay. Is my subscription okay and everything? And they said that no, it was already paid. And till date I don't know how it was paid, and I was just chanting just before that. That day I did not receive any real money, but then in the evening I started wondering that, oh, my money was saved, and that's how I made money actually, but because my money on the cake was saved. So sometimes money can also come to you in these, strange forms that may not be real tangible money, but in the form of discount, in the form of saving, in the form of someone else paying for you, in the form of someone not taking the money from you, So these different forms also money can come. So that's what suddenly 520 somehow, 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 suddenly 520 somehow. Right? So similarly, we have done this with switch phrases, and you can also do it with certain frequency numbers or sacred codes or healing codes. There are sacred codes, there are healing codes, different kind of codes for different issues, problems, as well as diseases. Then there's a group of frequency which I will of course talk about more in my next video probably. It's called Grabavoi frequency. These are certain radionic frequency numbers founded by Gregory Grabavoi, which are for all purposes. There are frequency numbers for diseases, there is frequency number for manifestation, frequency number for harmony in relationship, everything. So I'm going to use two numbers. One is to recover stuck money. If your money is stuck somewhere, okay, and you are not getting that money, you could do this. It's 858. 858. Okay. So 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, 858, and you can keep on doing this over and over again. You don't have to stop. Just because I'm stopping, you don't have to stop. You can keep doing this. I'm simply teaching you. And the last number, and the most famous number that I have discussed in my group, this was given by Divakar sir, and I am stating it once again. This was for manifestation of instant money, 199621147, right? So and I'm really grateful to Divakar sir for putting up this one, and it's a wonderful number, 199621147, 199621147, 199621147, 199621147, 199621147, 199621147, 199621147, 199621147, 199621147, 199621147, 199621147, 199621147, 199621147. So when you do it on the meridian, it becomes more effective. Of course, you are chanting and it will bring results, but when you're doing it, you are also clearing your meridians and reprogramming every meridian with newer numbers, newer frequency, newer switch words and switch phrases. And when it's like injecting yourself with positivity. So and this divine spiritual energy by which you will begin to vibrate in the vibration of abundance, because all you are doing is reprogramming your meridians. So that is what, and this is what the video was all about. I am soon coming up with an online course on money, abundance, prosperity, and most importantly, manifestation and law of attraction, specifically concentrated around manifesting money. Okay, and I will keep you updated on it. Probably it is going to happen around March. Okay, and once again, please do not forget to subscribe and also follow my Facebook page. And there is a Facebook group also called Workshops by Dr. Gaurav Deka and Cognial Healers Academy. And I hope to see you once again soon. Thank you.